we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop. Skip it.
And I hope you love it. Hi Cosmo, I'm Makronsson. When I started the album, it was really with this songwriter who I was writing with named Ilse, and she wrote Late Night Feelings, and she co-wrote Nothing Breaks Like a Heart, a lot of different songs. Because we just had such a strong connection in her voice, she was writing from such a strong female perspective, it just became obvious that this was the music that I was excited about. I wasn't specifically in my head writing for a female, it was the sound and the emotion that I was looking for. Leke Lee, who I worked with a lot on the album, she said something about this female artists sometimes have an easier time showing a vulnerability, like still being strong but showing a vulnerability that male artists have a problem. Yes, Late Night Feelings is an album, sort of like a breakup album, but it's still, you know, it's songs about relationships and love and breakups, but still in a way that you can dance to it in a nightclub. So I wanted to make sure all the beats were fun, and like the drums and the bass line were all upbeat, and so all my DJs could play it, but that it had a bit more of like a raw emotional part to it. That's a tough question. Probably Stevie Nicks from Fleetwood Mac. She's the biggest influence on this album. You know, Aretha Franklin, Chaka Khan, so important to music. I like hanging out with my family a lot, you know. I have lots of brothers and sisters, so that's a lot of fun. I get a lot of fun out of music and work and creating with all these special people, like Maillisai러스, Leke, all these people, is sometimes it doesn't feel like work because it really is fun. But when I'm not working, I'm hanging with my family or my dogs. I mentioned her before, but Eimiwainhaus was somebody who I really had a wonderful time making music with. We had a very similar sense of humor and things that we liked. I loved being around her. She was very funny. It was like we had like a brother-sister relationship. Then Bruno Mars, he is hilarious, very funny all the time. We had a great time working together. I've been pretty lucky. Most of the people that I work with are good people and a lot of fun. I went to see Blackpink play at Coachella, and I loved their show. It was great. I've been listening to their music. There's another artist, Korean American, named Yeji. So she has a song called Rain Girl that I love. There's so many great Korean artists actually right now, so it's quite a few artists I'd like to work with. You know, I had a long, 10 years of working hard before I had success. It took me a long time to find. I think, you know, when I was 20, I wanted to have all the success then. I was like, I'm ready, but you're not ready until you're ready. So I think that the fact that it took me longer, and it wasn't until I met Lily Allen and Eimiwainhaus, and I had already at that time discovered my sound, or started to discover that it was all these things, you know, meeting up together, which is why I had my success. Yes, I feel pressure, you know, a lot of the time. I think it's fairly natural. But I think that the important thing is to, if you can find a way in your work to be motivated by joy instead of fear. So instead of thinking if you go to the studio every day thinking oh no, what's gonna happen if I don't make another song as big as Uptown Funk or Nothing Breaks Like a Heart, you're already going in a sort of negative mind state as opposed to going to the studio being I want to make something amazing today. I think the point is always to try as much as you can to be motivated by joy and the love of something. I'm not saying that I know how to do that yet, but you know, it's something I'm working on. I've learned a lot. Every bit of life experience that you pick up along the way, every person that you end up working with or collaborating with, and these people that leave a big impact on you. I'm always learning. So I don't think I'm ever done learning. That's the fun part about being around talented people all the time. You're always going to pick up something. Inspiration can come from so many different things. You know, sometimes inspiration comes and you sit down at the piano and you start playing some chords and then you get an idea for a song. Other times you can just have an emotion, you know, and obviously in music we know that sometimes it's not only the happy emotions that make a great song, you know, sometimes it's having a breakup or heartbreak or these kind of things. So, and then I get inspired all the time by the people that I work with, you know. I'll be working in the studio with Leadigaga and she'll come and be like, you know what, I want to make a song like this today, or I was thinking about this emotion and I want to turn it into a song. So then that inspires me to gets my ideas going. So, you know, there's so many different amazing ways to get inspiration. I think my style changes quite a lot. When I was a kid DJing in hip-hop clubs, just wearing like baggy jeans, t-shirt, you know, Nikes, and when I got a little older, I started to discover maybe dressing a little nicer with the suits and the tie and like going to the studio like that. Now it's like a little bit more relaxed. So, I mean, my favorite outfit, honestly, is just like a nice pair of sneakers, some jeans and a t-shirt. But then it's also fun to get dressed up sometimes and all these sort of things. To all my fun, fearless Cosmopolitan subscribers, keep being fun. Fun is one of the greatest things that you can do. And then definitely be fearless, and yes, I will take that advice myself. I'm Makronsson. Check out my album Late Night Feelings. It'll get you in a mood, and I hope you love it. Thank you.